Hey family, it's Buffy from Buffy's Flavorful Journey. I have some cinnamon, some nutmeg, a boxed cake mix, so come along and see what we make together. Now, okay, let's get started. In this bowl, I have the cake mix. This is the Duncan Hines Butter Golden cake mix. The recipe calls for any yellow cake mix. I added some vanilla pudding. This is the 3.4 ounce container. I also have the eggs and the oil. Now I need to add the buttermilk, and I made the buttermilk. This was my 2% milk, and I added white distilled vinegar to this to make the buttermilk. And we add the butter. I melted the butter. I'm not sure if we needed to melt it or not, but I did. And I let it cool down a little bit because you don't want to add hot melted butter to a mix where you have your eggs in there. It'll cook the eggs, and you don't want to do that. So now we're going to mix this. My oven is already preheated to 325, and we'll be baking this in a glass 9x13 baking pan. So no bundt pan today. I'm going to call that well combined. Here's my pan. Let's see. There you go. Make sure you can see that I got my knife to swirl. Okay. Half the batter goes in. Again, this is brown sugar. I use light brown sugar, cinnamon, and nutmeg. And it says to just sprinkle this over half of that cake batter. Top with the remaining cake batter. Yep. Okay. Then we're going to swirl with that knife. Just wanted to make sure that I was doing this right. See, I found a little bit of cake batter that wasn't mixed in. So mix it in real quick. Stuff like that happens when you're baking. Just roll with it. That's all you gotta do, is roll with it. This comes together really quickly and easily. And who doesn't like cinnamon rolls, right? I mean, come on. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say they don't like cinnamon rolls. And if they don't, what's wrong with them? Here's my knife. And it says to just swirl this. I don't think I had half of the cake batter left, but that's okay. You don't have to do this much swirling, but I don't think I put too much batter at the bottom. So that's why I'm trying to incorporate that cinnamon sugar mixture as much as possible with the batter that was poured on top. Now it says bake for 40 to 50 minutes. You know what I forgot to put in there? The vanilla. So I took the cake out. It only been there about 5 minutes. Put the 2 tablespoons of vanilla in there, swirl it around. So it's not really going to be a cinnamon swirl. It's just going to be a cinnamon roll cake. But that's okay. Okay, now we're going to make the frosting. I have powdered sugar all over my hand. But it calls for 2 cups powdered sugar, which is in there, 4 tablespoons of milk, 1 teaspoon vanilla. I'm not going to forget the vanilla this time. I'm going to go ahead and put it in there right now. And I'm using 2 tablespoons. We need 4 tablespoons of milk. This is a 2 tablespoon measure. 2 and 4. Once that's combined, I'm going to add the leftover vanilla cinnamon frosting we had from the muffins. don't want anything to go to waste. So I need to cover this because that powdered sugar is going to fly everywhere. So let me cover that before I turn it on. So I'm going to add this. Mix all this together. A screw just came out of my KA. I don't know where it came from. So, oh my. I have another one there I can use. Oh, that's got me a little spooked. But it's mixed enough, so I think we're good. I think what I'm going to do when it comes out, I'm going to poke holes in the cake. Pour the icing over there so the icing can get down in the cake. Don't be afraid to take a recipe and adapt it. Put your spin on it, whatever, to what you and your family like. Basically, you can use the recipe as a starting point, because that's pretty much what I'm doing. I'll be back when the cake's out and we're frosting it. Cake is out. It cooked 50 minutes. I did do my cake tester and it came out clean. So I'm gonna do what I said. I'm gonna poke holes in here, but I'm gonna pour the frosting, or try to anyway. I think I'm gonna use the shorter end. Let's see. I don't know. Yeah, we'll stick with the fatter end. But I'm just gonna slather it on there, spread it out. It's so stiff. Well, not stiff, but thick. I don't know how you would have pouring that on there unless you put more liquid in it. And I didn't want to do that. I'm trying to cover all the holes with the frosting and let it melt down in there. I don't know if I want to do the edges because you see how it's melting. So it's going to melt down in there. And you can see how it's already melting down in there. Oh, that's going to be good. Going to be good. Okay, I changed my mind. It's only melting around the edges, not on the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and put the frosting down here, edge to edge. Probably should use that cake spatula. But I don't want to have something else to clean up. I really thought because I put the icing in here while the cake had just come out the oven, I thought, oh, it's going to really melt. It didn't melt as much as I thought, but that's because the icing was so thick. I think that's enough. Okay, I'm going to put, this is all I have left. So I'm going to put this back in that container and put it in the fridge. I'll be back when I cut the cake. So let's cut the cake. Take it off that rack. Don't want anything to fall while I'm cutting. And I'm glad I want a nice tip off. I don't like corner pieces. My sister does, so I'm gonna leave that for her. Oh, it smells good. Smell the vanilla and the cinnamon. I'm gonna cut it in half, this piece, because I don't want a big piece. Still gotta eat some dinner. That's what it looks like. Oh, light's bad there. Let me. Oh, there's a piece of the cake. Oh yeah. You see how moist it is? But I don't know what happens to the back of it. A little bit of the frosting got down in there. Right? Here we go. Still warm. This is like eating a cinnamon roll. It's really good. You know, I did swirl it too much, so you can't see the cinnamon swirl, but the whole cake tastes like a cinnamon roll, not just bits and pieces. Here's a close-up. Family, I still don't know where this screw came out of my stand mixer, so I'm still working on that. Nonetheless, including this mishap and almost forgetting the vanilla, well, I did forget it, but I put it in there just in the nick of time. The cake is phenomenal. My siblings love it, I love it. And you know what I'm thinking? I'm gonna get some vanilla ice cream in the morning, heat the cake up a little bit, put that vanilla ice cream on there. Ooh, I can't wait. So, if you haven't already, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a nice comment. Or what kind of changes or additions have you done to box cake mixes to make them your own? I'd love to know. And thank you so much for coming along, family. Appreciate you all, and all the best to you. Until the next video, bye for now. And let me try to go find where this screw goes in my KA stand mixer.